EA Sports and the United States Golf Association are proud to present a national championship. Today, it's live final round coverage of the U.S. Open Championship. Hello again and welcome to the U.S. Open. Rich Lerner alongside Frank Nobilo. We're here at Chambers Bay with those massive rolling fairways, the towering dunes, unpredictable coastal winds. What a test, Frank, for the best players in the world.
That's right, and it's going to be the first time these professionals are going to play it. We've seen it host a U.S. Amateur in the past, and this is a daunting test, especially if the wind gets up. There's enough bunkers out there to trap the best players in the world. Those greens fast and firm enough to repel any shot that's not struck perfectly.
Seems to like it. Looks like it's headed for the green. On the green, and a chance for birdie here on the first hole. 13 feet away. That's not how you picture it, Frank, when you step on that first tee.
No, you'd like to go back to that first tee right now and start again. And that par certainly won't hurt the cause.
Still some time. Second hole now here at Chambers Bay in the U.S. Open, Frank. It's a relatively short par 4.
Yeah, it doesn't mean it's easy, though. This is more of a strategic hole. You want to lay the ball up around sort of 270, 280 yards. Avoid that bunker on the left. It is going to leave a short iron in, but the hole bends to the left as well as the slope of the land is right to left. Got to take that into account.
He just blasted that one down the fairway. Out there about 325 yards. Frank, what's the best way to access the hole location on this second shot here at the second hole at Chambers Bay?
Well, Rich, it's really set up with a drive. If you can drive it down the right side, you get a better view. Plus, you can avoid that ridge that's in the middle of the green on the left side. If you're coming in from the left side, that bunker on the right, now you realize why they put that there. Because when you've got a skirt to the right of that ridge, that second shot becomes a little more difficult.
Really good distance control there, playing well to his strengths. See if he can go one better than yesterday when he made par. This putt for birdie. Well, that was a good-looking putt, just not falling right now.
Sadly, he's going to be disappointed.
Getting set now over the putt. Has his par. Now on to the first par 3 of the U.S. Open here at Chambers Bay.
It's all in front of you. Beautiful view there in the distance. You can see the water. Once again, it does slope a little right to left. Don't have to go straight at the flag here. This one's a little bit of a sleeper.
Second shot, good look at the green. Frank, if you win a U.S. Open, it says plainly you were one of the tough guys, that you had, as they say, the intestinal fortitude to handle the most difficult golf courses under the most extreme pressure.
Yeah, and I think that really does define certainly a multiple US Open champion, because you can do anything once, but I think the Hale Irwins of the world, whose all his majors were US Opens, even Lee Jansen, who won 2 US Opens, they're gritty. Trevino's the same. I remember in the playoff with Jack Nicklaus at Miriam when he threw the rubber snake down there, and you thought, well, why would you dare do that to one of the great players of all time? And anything to get a slight edge, because you knew the golf course itself was going to beat you up. It was going to take every ounce of your golfing acumen to get around there. So you needed any edge you could against the great players that you're playing against.
Frank, you've been there. Good spot to be.
Yeah, second place, just on the heels. Moving forward, the game looks in good shape.
Pretty good drive here.
Another straight one.
Frank, this is a way to make golf easy when you can hit it that deep.
So I know that first number's a 3. I'm guessing the second one's a 2. Let's call it 320.
This one looks like it might have a postage stamp on it. Airmail City.
Yeah, lick it. Send it.
So the second of the par 4 goes begging, and now I'll have to rely on the short game.
Yeah, but a short game, as we all know, can redeem a lot of mistakes. Let's see if he does it here.
Solid play, heart of the green. Not going to win it with pars, are you?
That's for sure. Just feel too good, too talented, and making too many birdies. That was nuclear.
Well, Frank, as we know, golf is not played generally on a flat surface, and here we go, uphill.
Yeah, and the uphill lie is going to guarantee you more loft than normal. So you're going to have to counteract that with maybe an extra club. And this one just starts right of the flag.
Frank, not close, but not bad either.
You can always make the odd 20-footer, and that's exactly how far they are away.
is a good position to be in for a player. Making birdies, making some moves.
Yeah, starting to get the momentum, too, for the finish.
Now over to the 6th hole. So up to this point, Frank, our featured golfer has been holding steady.
Posturing, you might want to say there. But you can only posture for so long. You're going to have to see a spark pretty soon. Otherwise, there's going to be too much to catch up.
Outstanding tee shot.
Yeah, ball sitting up. You don't have to worry about the wind or anything there. You just take a full-blooded cut at the second shot from here.
This is just a superb performance. Great round to this point, Frank, and you can really see that reflected in his mood today.
Yeah, it just looks too easy. Swinging the club beautifully. Ball's going exactly where he wants it to. He's not trying to take too many risks. So consequently, he's getting birdie opportunity after birdie opportunity.
So a chance for birdie after another solid approach shot. It's the beautiful part of golf. Brand new day, new hole. Remember, he made a bogey here yesterday. This time for birdie. A nice birdie, and no doubt he's feeling pretty good about his position on this leaderboard.
A series of good holes in a row has got him to this point. Oh, I like that.
He has given this one the full treatment. Perfect release through the ball. This shot is on the fairway, over 300 yards. Well, this one should be safely on deck here. Birdie try up next. And it's a long way to the hole from here. Never easy. That was a good run right there. Almost went in.
At least he's seen the line as it went past the hole. So just replicate that on the way back.
locked in on the read and the speed. Not the best stuff we've seen today, that's for sure.
Yeah, bogeys aren't going to cut it, especially when you should be making a move in the other direction.
Now to the second par 5 of the round here at Chambers Bay and the U.S. Open. It's a long one.
Yeah, it's a beast. You miss this fairway, you could be hitting all day long, and of course that's going to rack up a fairly healthy score. Meanwhile, hit the fairway there. Only the longest hitters will reach this par 5 and 2. But still a good chance, even with a wedge, to make a birdie because the green slopes back to the player.
Good contact, good result. Frank, at this, the highest level of the game, the margins are so razor thin between winning and losing. It becomes about not wasting shots, and I think that's why players really enjoy stroke play.
I think you hit the nail on the head, Rich. That's why the best players, they want every shot to count, and the best format of golf that requires that is stroke play. In match play, you can get away with a big number. In stroke play, they want it to be a body of work. Every single shot adding to the score.
Well, he's going to have to hit the same club a lot harder or just hit another one. Playing a par 5, Frank, what happened on that third shot?
Yeah, it's a poor decision. But, well, hopefully he can eradicate that from the memory banks and really knuckle down on this. Do not want to drop a shot or make 6 here. Safely on the dance floor.
Standing over this putt, concentrating on the read. Come on, you have to make that, don't you? Drop shot here at the 8th. Shouldn't be a problem here, but not a formality either. Ouch. We really can't afford to give away shots at this point in the tournament, Frank. Rounding out the front side here at Chambers Bay with a par 3, the 9th.
Well, the tee is nearly 100 feet above the level of the green, so you can see everything. This is one of the best views on the golf course. A fairly lengthy par 3. You know, obviously it's stout, just over 200 yards, but you can see the green off that elevated tee, and this requires your best shot.
Good strike right there, right off the center of the face and about 20 feet away. Birdie chance here. Very long putt, though.
Got to be a little careful if it gets away on him.
I thought that was in.
Yeah, it looked good. I mean, line, pace. It's hard to be critical of that.
Very well done. Almost made it.
Yeah, there'll be no stress for the next one.
In for par. Rich Lerner alongside Frank Nobilo playing Chambers Bay out in the state of Washington in the great northwest of the United States. Frank, let's take a closer look now at the 10th hole.
Well, you can see where you've got to go by virtue of the dunes left and right. This is one of the few greens that is well bunkered around. So you can see it's short, short right, short left, and there's another little bunker just on the left side. So it's a tricky little second shot coming in here. Long and straight.
That's how you do it. That is massive off the tee.
Meters, yards, I don't care how you measure it. That's got to be what? 300 meters, 325 yards, something like that.
Oh, it looked like you caught a flyer right there, Frank.
Well, I don't know what he thought, but this is way too much. And it was almost like that's what he wanted to do, but why would you want it to run over the back?
Yeah, birdie, Frank, and another shot closer.
Sniffing in the right direction.
Stepping up to the tee here at the 11th, Frank.
It looks straightforward. You see a big dune in the middle of the fairway. You can really take that out of play. Get it down there as far as you can. You're going to need to. And then from there on in, it's really just trying to find out exactly where you want to land that second shot so that you can get it on the right level.
Drive. Just tattooed that. The 11th hole, Frank, what's the right way to get at it?
Just got to be cognizant of that ridge that cuts through the middle of this green that sort of turns this green into one simple green and all these little complex sort of sections. That's the biggest thing, but that's also, you realize very, very quickly, you're playing links golf today.
Played that one on the commercial side, as they say in the professional game, inside 30 feet.
Yeah, 27 feet to be precise, but to make it from there, that's asking for a bit.
It's a good-looking putt right here. I don't like it. Looks primed right now.
Anything other than backing up. Very aggressive. That birdie, now in second.
Frank, we just came off that long par 4 at the 11th, well over 500 yards. Now at the 12th, we go in the opposite direction. This has become a staple at a U.S. Open, the reachable par 4.
Yeah, the logic would say just grab sort of a mid-iron to a long iron, knock it down, wedge it on there, and have no strain, no sweat. But who's going to play golf like that? Take the head cover off. Come on, chance it. It's called narrows. The odds are going to be narrowed, but you just might hit the green.
Big swing right there, and a great result. And now a chance for a big swing in momentum with an eagle coming up. Bogey here yesterday, chance to better that today. Just a sensational eagle right there and into second place. Coming down the stretch here at the U.S. Open at Chambers Bay, just 6 holes to play. And Frank, this par 4 13th will really test the players.
It is. If someone makes 3 here down the stretch, it will be monumental. A 4 here, no one would leave this hole unhappy.
Well, this looks good.
Certainly is.
Water fountains, lush green fairways, tall trees. That's not links golf, is it, Frank?
Yeah, undulations as well, bump and roll, firm and fast. Those are the things that normally you associate with links golf courses. Plus, they're organic. They change in every season. Links golf course played in softer conditions is just a softer variety. It's not everything through the year. Links golf is really a type of golf that everybody can play. It's not just about power. It's as much about imagination, and it will reward every department of the game if played correctly.
That's good stuff right there. Wonderful approach, and now a really good look at birdie. Methodically starting to climb the leaderboard now. 4 under par for the tournament with yet another birdie. Frank, a 5th consecutive par 4 here at the U.S. Open. This is the 14th hole, and I'm guessing by the time you set foot on this tee, you'll know exactly where your game is at.
Oh, this one here, great reward for someone that's driving the ball well. If you can drive it down the left middle, avoid that little one-pot bunker in the middle of the fairway, you're going to certainly shorten this hole up. And then you can start to use the contours of this hole too, that bend right to left. And 546 yards becomes much shorter than what you would think.
Good tee shot, good lie, and now a good chance to take advantage here on this hole.
There's a bunker over there.
I think he's headed for it. Not what he wanted, but he's headed to the beach. Well, bunker play is really about technique and feel. The two greatest ever are probably Gary Player and Seve Ballesteros. Seve actually was so good, he was so skilled, that he could open up a 3-iron, that's right, a 3-iron, on a short bunker shot from a greenside bunker and splash it to a couple of feet as if he had just used a 60-degree sand wedge. Amazing.
Oh, that was solid, Rich. This one's safely on.
Little redemption chance here, had bogey yesterday. Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall. Frank, normally in a golf course, you don't want to spend too much time in the trees, with the trees, around the trees, but part of me wants to go up and hug this tree because he's all alone. It's the only tree on the whole golf course.
Well, I know you're a tree hugger, Rich, I really do. But at 246 yards, when they play this off the back tee at the US Open, believe me, nobody's hugging that tree. They're just trying to make 3.
He's knocked it on the green, but not in a great position. This is a difficult chance coming up here. Long birdie try. Frank, I'm not saying he should pull out driver here, but this is a long putt.
Greens are fast, though. You never know. Good line, good pace. Might have a chance. How did that not go in?
Well, that would have been a bonus had it gone in, but still, reasonable chance for par here.
Yeah, there's no damage. And you're not going to birdie every hole. Another good par.
Getting set to take on the finishing holes here at Chambers Bay. How do you do it in the right way, Frank?
Well, when you look down this fairway, obviously everything slopes left to right. That makes this hole actually play a little bit more of a dogleg to the right, even though it doesn't look it. And then, of course, that green up ahead, it's like a tabletop. So precision here is absolutely paramount.
Paying attention like a little kid at school, Frank. That baby's sitting up.
Sitting up. It's got the best view as well. You don't even need binoculars from where that ball is.
Another good swing, and it looks like, Frank, another really good shot. See if you can get this one to drop here at the 16th for a birdie. 21-foot putt set to go. How does that not go in?
Amazing. Stroke looked good, line looked good, just did not take that final break.
Getting set now over the putt. He'll take par and move on. Now to the 17th, par 3 here at Chambers Bay.
Yeah, they say beached at 16, that's the name. This one's called derailed. So you imagine coming down the stretch of a US Open, exactly what you're going to require. That's your best golf. And you're going to need your best tee shot here at this par 3. It mightn't be overly long, but when you look at that green just sitting up there perched, this one you do not want to make a mistake in.
This could be good. All right, the approach shot is on the green, but he'll have a very testy putt coming up. This hole's been good to him. Birdie yesterday, trying for another one today. This one's tracking. Get in the hole.
Can you believe that?
Now to the 18th hole. Frank, everyone wants to finish in style.
Yeah, the home hole here, once again you head back to just a wonderful view, and you realize that Chambers Bay was designed as a walking golf course, and it was designed to have fun and test every department of your game. 18 will do that. It probably gives you more trouble on both sides of the hole than any other hole on the golf course.
He just blasted that one down the fairway, out there about 325 yards. And his second shot here at the par 5. That appeared to be a good strike right there, Frank.
Oh, good. It's just towering. Look at that, hanging in the sky.
Third shot, looking for a good one. Great way to finish off the final approach shot with a birdie opportunity to win the U.S. Open. Wow, that was so close, Frank.
Just time to forget that one. I mean, he couldn't hit that much better.
Standing over this putt, concentrating on the read. Good work right there. He'll settle for par. Just a great putt and a great win. NBC Golf Channel on EA Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, proudly presents the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today, it's live opening round coverage of the Arizona Summer Classic. Set in the Sonoran Desert and surrounded by the majestic McDowell Mountains, we're at the stadium course at TPC Scottsdale in Arizona. Hello again and welcome. Rich Loader alongside Frank Nobilo, set to bring you all the action for today's event. Frank, when you think about the TPC Scottsdale, what's the first thing that comes to your mind?
The golf course has been radically changed in 2014, but it still hasn't lost its luster. Really, it's just been updated like the game itself for these young, strong players of the modern era.
Interesting, with the almost space-age advancements in golf equipment, what with new, lighter materials, and with the increased focus on fitness and strength, players are hitting the ball longer than ever. That has forced architects to lengthen the golf courses without sacrificing the integrity or the shot value of the original design. Well, this one should be safely on deck here. Well, that is an exceptional shot on the green and in position for a birdie.
Yeah, that's a formality now.
Really not much to this. The only issue would be a lack of concentration or focus. And with that birdie, moving into the top 20 on the leaderboard. Teed up here at the par 4 second, Frank, what do players need to look out for off the tee?
This hole has been lengthened in 2014, some 30-plus yards. Bunkering down the right has also changed, making this drive a little bit more important now. You can't just blaze away over the hill. Green also changed with the addition of 2 bunkers on the left side.
Up with the big boys now, Frank.
Well, we saw that previous tee shot go 310. This one's further.
Second shot, good look at the green. So on the putting surface and taking a good look now at this birdie putt here at the second. Frank going for another birdie here.
Just to get on a real roll.
That had to really hurt, Frank, because it looked good all the way.
Well, this will test his mettle.
Makeable putt right here. He is currently sitting at 1 under for the round. 1 under early in the round. Frank, what's the strategy here off the tee at the par 5 third?
For the long hitters, they still think that they can reach this par 5 and 2 comfortably with a good tee shot. For the shorter hitters, it really is a thought about where you lay up that second shot to try and leave a good third shot yardage in. Still a good tee shot, though. That hazard down the right side protects against someone who's a little too cavalier off the tee. That's beyond long.
That is a sensational play right there, and you have to think that the little helping breeze gave that a nice boost.
He can't be that good. Oh, solid strike right in the heart of the green.
And a chance for eagle after that perfectly played shot.
It's no snack, though.
Oh, man. You can't miss him from that distance. And he's putting for birdie now. So into the top 15 on the leaderboard with that birdie. A few more, and who knows, maybe top 10 or top 5. We have already begun. Let's pick up with the action at hole number 4. A couple of birdies already on the card. Still early, Frank, but we've seen some solid play.
This is exactly how you want to start the first round of a tournament, Rich.
Safely aboard. Been pretty good all day from this distance, just trying to take care of business. Starting to move on this leaderboard now, Frank.
It's got a nice look to it. Another who's who.
Frank, this is a demanding driving hole, the par 4 fifth.
Another hole that bends gently to the left. There used to be 2 bunkers down the right side. It's now 1, and it's in the perfect position to make you think about your tee shot. Really, you have to be left of that. The new tee's added a little bit of yardage to it. The green still looks the same as what it once was. Tilts slightly from left to right. But you can see why a draw is the preferred shot at TPC Scottsdale.
We knew it right away. Picked up the tee, didn't even look at it. We can see it. It's perfect. Right down the middle of the fairway. On the green, and a chance for birdie. Sizable putt from 16 feet. Starting to put it together right now, Frank.
Join that trio at the top.
Par 4 sixth, and Frank, a couple of options here.
Yeah, a hole that bends to the left. A draw is the preferred shot off the tee. The longer hitters will have a big advantage. They'll be able to get it down there and just have a pitch or a short wedge into this. If you're not, that long, then you're going to have to lay it back short of those bunkers. That's going to leave a lengthy second shot.
Ready for a second shot, trying to knock it on the green. Frank, is this one going to be okay?
Yeah, just a little right. Seemed like good contact.
That is an excellent play right there. The approach, giving him another good look. Locked in on the read and the speed. Who knows? It is a 4-round tournament, setting himself up for a good weekend, maybe a great one. The young star makes his birdie. Seems to like it. Headed for the fat part of the green. Nice approach shot. He'll be happy with that. And it's a long way to the hole from here. Never easy. On the way.
Oh, this is a huge putt. It's in.
Frank, the par 4 8th. This is a good hole.
It is. A dogleg to the left forces the player to go out the right, and this will play every inch of its yardage, which is over 470 yards. Green's still pretty much the same with that false front, unless there's a flag position in the front. You're really going to have to fly it at least 20 yards or so into that green. Otherwise, that ball is going to run towards the front.
You can play it from there, 300 yards away and in the fairway. And he's set up for his second shot here, looking to knock it on the green. This has been just a pure display of ball striking all day long. Has not missed a single green, every one in regulation. Frank, that's not one you're necessarily thinking about making.
No, just a good putt, though. There's no two ways about that. He's putting well.
No damage done. Made the par. Here at the par 4 9th hole, Frank, what's the strategy off the tee?
Well, there's one bunker down the right side that you have to be very wary of. 325 yards to carry that, so it's very much in play, and just over 290 to reach it. Ideally, you have to go left about that down the left side. But really, this is a second shot hole because this green is not very deep.
That sets up well for a chance at the green here at the 9th.
Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag.
This one's looking good. So a chance for birdie after another solid approach shot.
This is an awkward length. And with that birdie, tied at the top.
Well, that was a nearly flawless performance on the front side, but Frank, we know it's an 18-hole game, isn't it?
That's right. Now's not the time to pat yourself on the back. Now, this is not heading in the right direction.
No, it looks like it's going to be in the rough. Long drive, but a bad lie.
Wicked.
Second shot from the rough. It's on the way. Good swing, good shot yet again. Chance for birdie after that beautiful shot. Settles in over the putt. Do that. What a putt. On to the par 4 11th hole. Frank, what's the best play here?
No bunkers really here to worry about, Rich, so you have to pick something in the distance as a good line. Something a little bit away from the water that protects the left side of this fairway. And it's adjacent to the 15th hole, the other par 5 coming home. So a good drive, perhaps with a little bit of cut off the tee. And that should shape up nicely for this long par 4.
Now it's right in his wheelhouse. Good position where he can attack the pin.
Yeah, he has all those options now. That ball's sitting up. You can bring it in high. You can bring it in low. The choice is yours.
That one is bunker bound, it looks like. So the second of the par 4 goes begging, and now I'll have to rely on the short game.
Yeah, but a short game, as we all know, can redeem a lot of mistakes. Let's see if he does it here.
Pretty good shot right there. And this will be a 5-foot putt here. Considering the lead that he has on the rest of the field, a par is all you need. Par 3 12th may not be as famous as the par 3 16th, but Frank, you think this may be a tougher and even better hole?
We see more bogeys and double bogeys here on 12 than 16 will ever see, and courtesy of the water behind and to the right of this green. If you're going to bail out, find one of those bunkers. A good bunker player obviously can get it up and down, but it's still no snack trying to record your par 3 at 12.
And as he strides up here to the 12th green, having hit it in regulation, he knows now that his work is by no means done A long putt coming up. This one has a good line. Good birdie right there and good score. How about 8 under for the tournament? To the par 5 13th here at TPC Scottsdale. Lots of danger left and right of this tight fairway, Frank.
This hole has really changed over the years. There used to be a split fairway. That no longer exists. That bunker you can see down the left side, which you can't carry, really defines the left side of this hole. Water's still in play down the right, and big change here is the bunkering along the left, front, and left side of this green. So you can't just blaze away and comfortably expect to hit 13 and 2 anymore. Rich, there's great drivers of the ball. We've seen Norman, Nicholas over the years, but that there is just excellent. Lovely full turn, plenty of power, and just piped it.
Made it look easy right there, and he's such a good-looking player. When he's dialed in, swinging the way he is right now, just a pleasure to watch.
Whoop, this is taken off on a weird line.
And it's going to be in the rough, it looks like. And a chance for eagle after that perfectly played shot.
This one just requires a little bit of focus.
I thought that was in.
Yeah, it looked good. I mean, line, pace, it's hard to be critical of that.
He has this putt for birdie. Really hitting on all cylinders now. 9 under for the tournament. At the 14th now, it's a par 4.
And a dogleg left once again. The bunker on the left side's being pushed out to the fairway to really make you think whether or not you can carry that. It's a lengthy second shot because it's going to play a little bit uphill. And this green is well protected on the left side with the 2 bunkers.
They'll pay a little bit of a price for missing the fairway here because from that rough, you cannot control the spin on the golf ball. This one looks like it's headed right for the middle of the dance floor, Frank.
Rather nice shot, I would say. I mean, this skill and that was sublime.
Just good hands, coming out of the rough, able to manage the distance, and now in great position. Now -10 for the round. Great scoring opportunity here at the par 5 15th, but Frank, I'm wondering, as a player, is your mind beginning to think about what's ahead at that par 3 16th hole?
Oh, they are. This is really the finishing stretch at TPC Scottsdale where you get all these swing holes. 15 is a swing hole. 16, 17, and 18 where so many changes in the score can actually happen. But this one here is all about finding the fairway. A good drive down here will be well rewarded because you'll have a chance to reach this par 5 and 2.
Headed for the bunker? A bit unfortunate in the bunker, Frank.
Well, it'll be interesting to see what his bunker plays like.
All right, so greenside bunker. What's he looking to do with this shot, Frank?
Well, really you have to look at the amount of green you got to play with. You don't have to try and fly the ball right by the flag. Allow it to run. Plus, if you can get it to run like a putt, you never know. It might just go in.
Safely aboard. Standing over this putt, concentrating on the read. just an amazing display. The records continue to fall. Well, here we are at the 16th hole, looking at just over 160 yards. Doesn't seem all that daunting, Frank. But 160 yards with 20,000 people, horned into a little stadium in the desert, that makes it a different story.
It certainly is. This was one hole, too, where Tom Watson would send his caddy forward. He would stay back by 15. His caddy would get his yardage. Watson would simply walk on the tee. His caddy would give him the club. He would not go through his normal routine. He would simply just head away. It was one hole that he never wanted to think about. It might look simple, but it's what the player feels.
You couldn't ask for much more than that, except to make it. Just a couple of feet. Those keep the round going, those par putts. 17th hole, Frank, and this one is really set up for maximum excitement.
Well, there's two things that you really think of. How do I play this hole, and how is it going to affect the rest of my round? This is the penultimate hole. If you make a mistake here, it'll carry over. It might cost you the tournament. But if you're a hero, it's going to carry forward to 18. This is why 17 is such a big swing hole.
Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special.
On the green, and looking at a birdie opportunity. Not a gimme, but well within his range. Racking them and stacking them. That's 12 under par now for the tournament.
Rich, 18 was always considered a long finishing hole.
Not for J.B. Holmes.
Yeah, the water was always in play. And then the day he took it over the left side and carried everything and went on to win, that completely changed the way this golf course played ever since that day.
And it resulted in some of the changes we're seeing now.
Yeah, evidence, the new bunkering down the left side. But it showed us all how much and how strong these guys are, how much they've improved over the years.
Well, we've seen this before today in the bunker. Frank, just a slight miss off the tee. He's in the fairway bunker.
Yeah, just really got to pick the right club once again. Sometimes you take a little bit more club out of the fairway bunker, choke down.
His second shot. Not terrible, but not his best.
Yeah, outside chance, really, for birdie, but really, it was a rather poor approach shot.
Just ideal. Good speed on that putt and just a tap in remaining. Just needs to keep it steady here over the putt. Building something very special at 12 under par.
Rich, in that great opportunity, name on top of the leaderboard. It is only round one.
Good place to be.